Hello guys and welcome back to the F1 Tube YouTube channel, and in today's video I will be previewing the 2019 Spanish Grand Prix. And as we dive into this weekend's race, there are speculation and rumours that this will be the last Spanish Grand Prix in this type of era. The Grand Prix is out of contract at the end of this year, and as of yet no talks have been made to extend the Spanish Grand Prix into the next few years. But I will talk about this topic in a separate video. So let's get straight into my preview. Since 1991, the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya has played host to the Spanish Grand Prix. And it has had some re-establishments, most notably in the last sector, but it very much is still the beast that we came to in 1991. There are two DRS zones on the circuit, one running down the long start-finish straight and the other between turn 9 and turns 10. I absolutely adore the first sector. Turns 1, 2 and 3 are absolutely blistering corners, really requiring a lot of the car and driver. And of course you have the pulsating turn 9. My issue with the circuit is the last chicane, turns 14 and 15, and the reason is because it never used to be there, but they had to re-establish the last sector. I don't know why, and it doesn't feel as fun to see on TV. It used to be that the cars would be sweeping through turns 13 and at the time turns 14, but now we have a very slow last sector, and with more corners it's harder to follow the car in front, which has been F1's hindrance of entertainment lately. Coming at the end of the long start finish straight, which is a DRS zone, turns 1 is the only real overtaking opportunity. I mean, turns 3 and turns 10 can be an overtaking opportunity, but not as consistently as turn 1. Now let's have a look at last year's edition of the Spanish Grand Prix, and it was not the greatest of Grand Prix. But on the first lap, Romain Grosjean caused a violent crash, taking out both Pierre Gasly and Nico Hülkenberg in the process after spinning up and lighting up his rear wheels. And let's be honest, that was really pathetic driving from Romain Grosjean there. On the first lap, Sebastian Vettel jumped Valtteri Bottas for P2, but Ferrari committed to a two-stop strategy, taking their second pit stop under the virtual safety car. With everyone around him committing to one stop, Sebastian Vettel lost P2 and P3. The German would come home P4, but it would be Lewis Hamilton who coasted towards victory. That was his most dominant win of 2018. He was in perfect harmony with the car and the track. Valtteri Bottas completed a Merc 1-2, with Max Verstappen coming home P3 after nursing a front wing issue after colliding into the rear of Lance Stroll. But the best race, the best Spanish Grand Prix of the turbo hybrid era for me has to be 2016. The two Silver Arrows took each other out from the lead on the first lap, with Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton really infuriating the Mercedes team. The safety car came out and it left Daniel Ricciardo leading Red Bull debutant Max Verstappen. Carlos Sainz was in third in his home Grand Prix, but before too long both Ferraris overtook him, with Sebastian Vettel pulling off a lovely dummy move. The Spaniard would finish P6. In the most forgettable battle of the century, the two Haas boys of Gutierrez and Grosjean went toe to toe. But at the front of the field, the battle for the win would be decided on strategy, with Max Verstappen leading Kimi Raikkonen, Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo. However, the Aussie was keeping Vettel honest and went for an audacious move into turn 1, but never was able to make the move stick. His trademark dive bomb did not work on this occasion. And to compound Ricciardo's misery, he suffered a puncture on the penultimate lap but was able to come home P4. And when the checkered flag was waved, it was Max Verstappen who would greet it first, taking his first victory in his first race for Red Bull. His debut drive for the team was an unforgettable one. Kimi Raikkonen came home P2, less than a second behind the Dutchman, with Sebastian Vettel completing the podium. What a race. Now let's move on to my track master for the Spanish Grand Prix, and for me it's Carlos Sainz. Hamilton would be a very close second, but Sainz just seems to have something special around his home track. I mean, to prove that, he qualified 5th in his first race at Barcelona in F1, out-qualifying both Red Bulls. his teammate Max Verstappen, a Ferrari of Kimi Raikkonen, and a Williams of Felipe Massa. And he has registered points in every Spanish Grand Prix he has participated in. But now let's roll into my predictions. Now, Ferrari were quickest around Barcelona in pre-season testing, but they've just let themselves down since the start of the season. And with Mercedes being in first gear at the moment, I just can't bet against them. I'm predicting Hamilton to be on pole with Bottas in second. On a Saturday afternoon around Barcelona, Hamilton just seems to have the edge. And I am predicting Leclerc to get the best of Vettel in qualifying. However, I don't think Hamilton will be able to translate pole into victory. I believe Bottas will extend his championship advantage with his third win of the season. I also predict the Finn to take the fastest lap, and completing the podium, I believe Hamilton will complete a Mercedes 1-2 with Verstappen in third. Basically, the podium from Australia. And I'm basically predicting Ferrari to disappoint again. Guys, in the comments section down below, tell me your predictions for the Grand Prix. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Now, guys, let's move on to my best of the rest predictions. Again, I think it will be incredibly tight at Catalonia. Now, I believe Racing Point have established themselves to be real contenders for best of the rest at the end of the season, and I think they're going to show that by Sergio Perez claiming the best of the rest victory at Spain. I feel like Carlos Sainz will use his past form to good effect this weekend, and I'm going to predict Daniel Ricciardo to come third in the best of the rest. Now, to let you guys know, the weather for the weekend is basically going to be as sunny as you could get. But guys, how many times have I said guys in this video? But guys, that is it for today's video. Please like this video, comment down below what you thought of this video and your predictions for the weekend. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. I would like to get to at least 40 subscribers by Saturday qualifying. So that would be grand to reach that target. But until next time, everybody, see you later.